Hello, everyone. Welcome to another YouTube live stream with OKXChain. My name is James, and today I have some very beautiful people joining to our panel discussion. And today we'll be talking about crypto and whether it's going to replace cash ever. So we got Ryan from Candy Club, and we got Lido and Iris from Monsterra, and we also got Elia from OKSE. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Mark. Good to be here.
Great, great. It's nice to have you guys here as well, because you are the one of the most successful people that I know, and you guys are working hard towards making crypto more mainstream through your projects. And so today I'm very, very excited to hear your thoughts about the crypto and cash and whether it's going to replace cash ever, right? So first of all, let's make a quick introduction about yourselves and about the project that is that you are representing, and then we'll move on to the main discussion. So let's start with the ladies first, right? So Lido, go ahead, please.
Oh, me first. Thank you so much for giving me the chance to go first. So for me, I'm Lido, Financial Manager of Monsterra and OKSE. And actually, I'm also a big fan of our project. For me, I have been like accompanied with Monsterra since the beginning, since January of 2022 till now. So it means it's like seeing a newborn baby to 1 year old and many more years to come. So I also hope that based on my own experience and also my motivation that I give into Monsterra and also our project in the upcoming years, I hope that I can make a great contribution to the success of Monsterra in the upcoming time. And also I have few things to share a little bit more about Monsterra NFT game. We are now one of the top game project on BB Chain, like top 10 project on BB Chain, and also like top 1 game project on Avalanche as well. And so I hope that this January, we're gonna proceed our integration very soon on OKXChain. And we do hope that we can soon be the leader in the gaming aspect on OKXChain as well. So next, I think it will be Iris, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
okay, so my
Iris, go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you. So just a quick maybe introduction about me. So I'm Iris, CMO of Monsterra NFT Game. As Lido already shared about the project, and also thanks for inviting me as a guest today. And I have been maybe in the crypto industry for nearly 2 years. And yeah, you know, like currently the market is quite down, but we already like have been experienced a lot of things in when we have the uptrend, right? So actually we are trying to do the best and give more, maybe deliver more innovative technology and also for ideas as well to grow up more for the cryptocurrency industry as well, and also for the project and for the whole ecosystem of the project as well. So I hope that like today, so me and also Miss Lido can like share a little bit about some kind of experience and some ideas for the crypto as well. And like, will crypto can replace cash or not? So it's very exciting topic, I think. So I hope that today we can learn on from you guys, like from other project and OKX team as well. So yeah, very excited to move on. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Ryan, go ahead, please.
Yeah, thanks for James. So hey guys, hey to all the audience out there and everyone here. I'm Ryan. So I'm the head of marketing for Candy Club. A little about me. I started in crypto in 2017, right? So that was all the way back in OTC, kind of institutional OTC. As you can tell, I look about 35. I'm really 20 because that's about what 5 years in crypto does to you. But I'm here basically with Candy Club, right? So I guess a quick 30-second elevator pitch. We're a crypto social gaming platform, right? So we've got about 677 games, everything from your favorites like say poker, all the way down to blockchain games like Keno and Hilo, right? But what kind of makes us a little bit unique is that we're one of those projects that was born out of a crypto winter. And one of the key things we wanted to do was realize there's a lot of projects who were essentially with their treasury down, with their tokens down, right? How they want to build their roadmap, you know, whether they have a dev team, how they're going to slow down the build. These are all real factors that they faced. So what we did was that we built a gaming platform, and for every single project that we partner with together, we can actually use their token to play all 677 of the games that we have. So we see that as a token utility booster for the projects that we partner with, right? So I think, James, you probably throw one of the hardest questions out there: will crypto replace cash? My answer is hopefully yes, for the sake of, I guess, my platform. But I think we'll have to talk about today.
Yeah, very excited to talk about that. And Elia, go ahead, please.
Hello, everyone. I'm El Jaboom. I'm the co-founder of OKC. And what about me? I've been in this space more than 8 years. I'm an advisory for many top-tier projects. And yeah, I've built a lot. I've supported a lot. And recently, I Forbes 40 under 40 in the blockchain industry. Now, regarding about do I feel that crypto replacing fiat? I'm living in UAE, Dubai, which is the futuristic city, right? So we're already at the moment in many places we don't use fiat anymore. I can actually execute many things with crypto because almost every big merchants, they understand crypto, and I feel it. But of course, you need to unify it by everyone and at every place, so you can go to mass adoption, and that's what everyone needs to build in the future.
Awesome, great. Yeah, actually, Dubai is one of the, I think, the most crypto-friendly places on earth. And like wherever you go, you are able to use your crypto without ever needing a cash. So it's actually nice to have OGs like Ryan and Elia, as well as newcomers, I would say Iris and Lido, in this roundtable, because you guys will be sharing a lot about your thoughts. And at the same time, to be honest, I should say hats off to you guys. Doesn't matter if it's a bull market or bear market, you guys are grinding hard, you guys are trying to build your projects, and you guys are going to be ready for the bull market that's going to come very soon, hopefully. So before we move on to talk about whether crypto is something that is the future that is going to replace cash, I wanted to understand more about the background of the project that you are representing. So let me ask you guys, what have you guys been working so far, and what new updates or new utilities or services have you been providing to your customers? Elliot, go ahead, please.
Basically, I jumped in this project as a co-founder and the rest advisory, because I've seen in this project that what is the main problems we have in this space. In my opinion, to go to mass adoption, we have two things that need to be solved. Number one, the payment. People need to use it everywhere, the crypto in an easy way without having this OTC and switching to fiat and losing so much money, or meeting the bad actors where they can steal their money, basically. And the second topic, which is the decentralized wallets and the hard wallets. It's not a way to scale or to make this industry easy for Web2, because imagine you having a hard wallet and you die for any reason, no one can reach to your money unless someone was clever enough to find where you're writing the seed phrase or whatever, so he can access it, and that might be someone not even from your family. So we tackled that in OKC. OKC, it is the first decentralized wallet, means it's a wallet you can access it from either OKC, either from MetaMask, either from OKX wallet, which you guys have, and it's an amazing wallet. Congratulations for the new update. It's really nice. The new branding, everything is doing pretty well in my opinion. Or any decentralized wallet, basically. And you can top up with any crypto inside and use it right away from more than 60 million merchants. So that onboarded so many people. Unfortunately, the card at the moment is not working due to what happened in FTX, because our providers from the US. So at the moment, they decided to pause every crypto related payment. But of course, that's a part of the cycle. But at some moment, regulations will come and will make it better to support the space.
Yeah, unfortunately, FTX has messed up a lot of companies, a lot of people. And I hope, yeah, with the new regulations that's we are expecting to come out very soon, you guys will be able to, continue working as expected, and offer the choices for people that is, using your crypto anywhere that you can, that accept your BTC or USDT and so on and so forth. How about Ryan? What has Candy Club been working on? lately?
Yeah, mate, look, good question. I guess for us, the simple answer is we've been building, right? And I think that's probably like, it was interesting because I think one of the best answers I heard basically the last few months is most people go, look, it doesn't really matter if it's a bear market or if it's a bull market, right? Good projects just kind of keep on building. So for us, like, I think we launched in September at Token 49 in Singapore. All right. So for us, like, I think just going back, the reason we built this is because we realized a lot of projects need a product like us, like a universal kind of third party, like a token demand generator. Right. So we launched ourselves in September. And since then, we've been more on a roadshow. We've been at booths, conferences at Token 49 Singapore, London. We were actually at Dubai for about 22 days. You know, we're at the World Blockchain Summit, World Big Economy Feature Blockchain Series. We just came back from Decentral in Miami. So for us, a large part of, I guess, our roadmap right now is that the product has been built. And it really is about, I guess, going on to that roadshow and educating and talking to as many projects as we can about the benefits of what it is that we do. You know, but I think having said that, and going back to what, you know, Mark was saying as well, I think a great product right now is one that listens to their users, right? Or iterates based on that kind of user feedback. So one of the key things that we're doing in terms of even the games that we're offering right now is really, I guess, we're in a very strong analytics stack, you know, behind our platform. So we get a better sense of what users are doing, what they like, and really how to kind of iterate this product from a version of 1.0, which is what we have now, to that version 2, based on the user's behaviors on the most played games, least played games, and that user behavior. So it's been fun. I think it's been a very kind of busy 3 months trying to do the marketing and also the product launch. But yeah, step by step.
Good, good. It's good that you guys are building. Builders do not stop, whether it's bull market and bear market. So hats off to you.
Man.
Awesome, great. Now let's go over to Iris. What has Monsterra been working on lately?
Yes, for sure. Maybe totally agree with Brian and other guests about like what we like should do right now in the beer market, right? So let's keep building and try our best to make it very like solid, right? Actually, maybe this question I want to jump and I want to invite Miss Lido to share more about the traction till now of Monsterra, because we have over nearly 1 year for development and building and traction, but actually we just have only 4 months from the mainnet launching till now. So we have a lot of things to share when we build in the beer market. So Ms. Lido, please share more about our traction so that I can move on about some kind I want to make some note and highlight for upcoming. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Actually, I really like the way that you guys assess, like how to assess and support the whole ecosystem and all of the users. So for Monsterra, we assess in the way that's very popular, like the gaming aspect. When we look back in the late, 6 months or maybe 12 months, so it is quite like the very booming durations for the gaming aspect. So for Monsterra, we are like, Monsterra is a Terra of motions, a like free-to-play and managing game on BNB Avalanche in OKX network, inspired by some kind of traditional game like Clash of Clans or Bomb Beat of Supercell. So the game is very big and with diverse ecosystem of 7 components, different components, with around like farming, property building, and battling with other land around the magical creature named motions. And the revolutionary design of Monsterra is a combination of 3 models: free to play for fun, and play to earn model, and allow a million of users and also like gamers to access the game with no initial investment, but have a lot of fun at the same time. So to list down what we are working on those days in our 12-month duration, there's a lot of things I have to say. So right now, the whole ecosystem of Monsterra have like 7 different components. The first one, of course, is like the gameplay itself. We actually have like 4 months in the mainnet launching, with total 4 different play mode already live. With a lot of received a great feedback from our user about the gameplay, about the wild structure gameplay, about the breeding mechanism, and also about the music background and other things. So to assess the game, I guess that all of you, maybe as a guest, you can assess the game, play the game, and experience by yourself. Maybe like give us some feedback, like how your own experience. And also like the second thing is about our NFT marketplace, because like Monsterra also have like Monsterra marketplace lives in the March of 2022 till now. So it's been like 9 months till now. So right there, our user can also like buy or maybe sell the NFT items, and maybe like act as a trader, only like buy and sell on our marketplace. So it's very simple. And the third part is about like the DAO treasury, because in this DAO treasury, our user can, stake the tokens and also like receive the staking reward from that. But for 2023 and also like for the upcoming year, it also supports us in the governance of the whole ecosystem for any change or any amendment. So there's gonna a lot of things to do with our DAO treasury, and we also like run a very big referral program right now. So maybe all of our users are all very excited about that. Other parts like the month event, this is where we collecting and also like summarize all of the ongoing and also completed event with some highlight. And lately it's about like our chaos release. It's like the last race of the motion with a very quick zone down in this bear market. So it's very impressive even for the team and even for our user. And other last part is about the bridge, because we are like the managing game. So it means that our user will need to, transfer between different networks, like from BNB chain to OKX and back and forth. And that's why we also like build our own bridge to make sure that our user can experience very convenient and also very easy for them. Make sure that we can like also cover the safety aspect for our user. And for sure, upcoming in this January, we have like the clan mode. So it means that all of the users can play with their friends, can leave the clan and to join the world together. So a lot of fun in this, in Monster World that I guess a lot of our users are very like enjoy it. So in our 4 months journey in the mainnet launching of totally 12 months journey, we have some kind of a lot of milestone already with some kind of great achievement together that I really want to summarize right here. The first one, it must be like the total number of our gamers till now. It's more than 300K of gamers, and the daily active user record like more than 30K of gamers, and also sometimes CCO peak also record nearly 7K player as well. Besides, we also record the number of matches for a total 4 or 3 different play modes like Adventure Boss Challenge, Battlefront, nearly 100 million of matches. So it's very big number. It means that our player play and also like join the battle every day. And also Monsterra in also always in the top searched game in 24 hours since our mainnet launching in August. So actually it means that our user very excited and also want to join more in the game. And lately it's about like our record since the beginning that I shared is about like Monsterra right now is a top 10 game project on BB chain and also like top 1 game project on Avalanche. And furthermore, I think that Iris can help share with you a little bit more.
Yeah, actually, because you already share like all the things about Monsterra, but just a highlight like in the upcoming time. So actually, Monsterra is just powered by the Crash and Shine Studio, an innovative Web3 gaming studio that aim to bring more space, more playground for the user to experience every interesting function of the Web3 gaming and increase more maybe long-term passive income for the user. Because like I know that a lot of Web2 user want to come to Web3 and also like NFT and also play to earn game can be the fastest way for them to jump into the Web3 to learn more about everything, right? So this is maybe the pioneer game in the vast ecosystem of 6 components. So we have the Monster NFT game, we have like a click to earn game like called Monsmine, we have the like digital wallet, and we have some Mons Cash to serve for Web2 user. And we have the portal game as well and the Mons TV like social fi app. So after all, maybe we will build other games sharing the same character character set, and also the 2 tokens like MSDR and also MAG as well, to let our gamers have more fun experience and also more earning opportunities. So as every guys will know that like token is one type of the cryptocurrency, right? So we want to build a very like more utility for the tokens and in our vast ecosystem. So that's why our user can use our token and the NFT as well in the whole ecosystem, and they have like more spending in the field, and also the longer maybe in the far away. We expect that they can use our token in their real life activities. For example, you know about project, right? They're famous right now in Vietnam and every country as well. So P is famous because they can build a very big community and they serve them very well about the utility of the token, and they can pay for every activities peer-to-peer and every other utility of their tokens as well. So anyway, like just like the summary a bit, like creating a chain in this market or in GameFi is quite hard, but we try our best to keep an eye on the market, see maybe what's going on, and choose about the niche to dig deeper inside. And maybe like we just serve about smaller user group, but have a higher quality and like they are so active for us. So one more thing is about maintain and also keep the high intent retention rate is our best thing right for now, because like we want to keep a solid community and keep it healthy and want to serve more value for them. So we aim to build greater and bigger communities to serve more demands and understand better about our user right now. As Ryan already mentioned about listen to our user is the best way to understand more and can serve more when the bull market can come. That is the things we are building and keep building in this current market. So I'd love to hear more from.
Great. It's actually, to be honest, it's really hard for GameFi projects to actually build and continue building and offering new utilities or new services to the users, because let's be honest, GameFi, the industry of GameFi has been like stalling for the past, I don't know, 6 months or even 1 year. So, but it's hats off to you guys that you guys are still, building and trying to offer more things, more exciting, I would say, games for your end users. And Iris, you mentioned one thing about the utility of a token, which reminds me to ask you about OKT actually. Like we have just recently launched the liquid staking for OKT, and this is just one small step for increasing the value of OKT and offering more utility to OKT holders. So let me just ask you real quick, does OKT have any place in your project? And if so, what is your plan with OKT and offering the utility for the OKT holders? Maybe Iris, you can go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe for every activity for the partnership from Monsterra with the OKX team already like be led by Miss Ledo, partnership manager. So she is master or like what is going on for some activities to move on for integrating about on OKXChain and also to bring more utility of OKX maybe tokens as well. So actually Miss Ledo can share more about this.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yes, okay. Actually, I also like have the idea in mind, because right now we have like dual token models in the game. We have like MSDR and MAG tokens to cover the game itself and other in-game mechanisms, and also like cover like the governance in the upcoming time. But for sure, when we proceed the integration on OKXChain this January, for sure we have some idea in mind for the OKT token. And also have expand its utilities, because you can see right now OKXChain is one of the most like training chains that spend a lot of ecosystem funding, right? Also like support a little bit GameFi, but for high requirements. So I also met OKX team in person, so I really glad to hear a lot of requirements from you guys. So for this integration, we expect that we can have a lot of activity together, and also expand the utility of OKT tokens around like the OKX ecosystem. So
I
maybe
hope
that
so too.
from January, maybe in 10th of January, we expect that we can proceed integration with some kind of activity like the AMA, like the soft launch with the whole ecosystem. And then maybe OKT tokens can use in the whole ecosystem of Monsterra. Maybe we can have some kind of a listing pair and have some like trading campaign, or maybe we can use the OKT tokens to use in the purchase on a marketplace, for example, because right now our user can use BNB or maybe like the MSG tokens to buy the NFT items on the marketplace. But for the upcoming time, we can consider about that. And besides the expand the utility for the OKT tokens, we also like consider for other idea, not only for the tokens, because you can see that right now, OKX ecosystem have a lot of other products, also like the marketplace, also the wallet, very like outstanding wallet. That also our friends right here already share about his like feedback. And for sure, I think that maybe we can expand and take full use of the advantage of all experience aspect that we have right here on OKXChain right now.
Yeah,
and for
we
more,
are full of supporting new projects
Yes.
that are coming to our ecosystem, whether it's marketing support or technical support. Other than that, as you mentioned, like we have the wallet, we have DEX, and we have NFT marketplace, which we are ready for partnership, ready to offer more things to the new projects that are going to integrate with OKC, and that will create actually value to the not only the holders of OKT or the users of OKXChain, but also to your users as well, because in the end, we want you guys to make use of our services and our products as fully as possible, because that will give an edge to you guys as you try to grow further and further. Thank you so much, Lido. I just wanted to ask Ryan as well, because Candy Club is more of a social gaming platform, right? You guys are offering like so many products, so many services. So just wanted to ask your opinion about using OKT or the place of OKT in Candy Club.
Sure thing. Look, I think my team's been very lazy compared to what Monsterra has done. I mean, you guys have you guys have done a lot, and congrats on that too. I think for us, James, when I first started, like we built this because we wanted to give other token projects, anything on ERC20, BNB, like BP20, any projects, that third-party utility, right? So I think the greatest value of any of these collaborations is really two things, right? How does this partnership benefit OKT as an ecosystem, and how does it also benefit OKT users, right? So we said from the beginning, so from about November 30 last year, users can actually connect to Candy Club using their OKX wallet, right? But that's not the main thing that excites me. Is that once they connect with OKX wallet, they can actually deposit their wrapped OKT right into Candy Club, and they can actually use that OKT to play all the games that we have. So whether that is like we had the World Cup that just actually finished, right? And that was actually quite a busy period for us because users could essentially just use the wrapped OKT and basically wager on the outcome of the matches. I don't know if you're a World Cup supporter, but I did not do too well in that. Yeah, it was a great game. It was a great game, but it wasn't too well for my wallet. But that being said, like we just test run a poker tournament, right? And what we're going to be launching is essentially this new poker like Texas Hold'em, where OKT users can actually use their tokens to actually wager in poker, right? And that extends to all 677 games. So I think that the key thing is like how does a collaboration benefit, I guess, the protocol, and how does it benefit the users? For us, it's that direct integration where your token gets accepted and your token can be used in like 677 more use cases. So that's what we did, yeah.
Awesome, great, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ryan. Elia, let's go ahead with you. I know that OKC has integrated just a long time ago. So just want to ask you the place of OKT in OKSE's or OKC's plans or overall platform.
First of all, yes, we are integrated before with OKT blockchain. And as I said, I've been advisor for many projects, so I've worked with many blockchains and many team blockchains. First of all, I have to be honest and credit the team. The team are very helpful, even though I started with them using WeChat, which is the Chinese platform. But they were very, very helpful, and we moved after to other social accounts to start talking. So we've seen the support even from it's different, but it's OKX where he started, the CEO, and we moved there. So basically, we integrated the blockchain. Why? Because what people care when they do any transaction, they care about a fast transaction and cheap as possible. So of course, and you need a solid blockchain. And so these three things were 100% there in the blockchain on OKT. So we deployed the OKSE contract for the Visa there. Our future movement, because as well it's a wallet, so we can as well have a cross exchange inside, so we can swap from a blockchain to another. So that will as well help by time onboarding people from choosing a blockchain to another, where they decided to go to a cheaper and faster one. So definitely they will start considering as well OKT. And as well, when the Visa comes back, we will add the tokens are being listed in OKT blockchain as becoming a payment. At the moment, as we said, our provider from the US, they decided to stop everything has to do with crypto. At the moment, we signed with another company in Europe, but it will take a couple of weeks to full integrate everything and go back. It will only now be in Europe, but later on we're looking for other providers. So that of course will help if people can use their projects that are built in the OKT blockchain. They can add the token to be immediately payment for more than 60 million merchants. So that's how we can as well contribute in this ecosystem.
Awesome, great. Thank you so much for your answer. So let me ask you the hardest question of today's roundtable. Will crypto ever replace cash? So maybe Elia, you have more thoughts on this because you're living in Dubai, and I think you are directly, using crypto in your real life instead of cash. So go ahead, please.
I can tell you one of my experience. I bought this watch. It's a Bitcoin watch. I bought it from Dubai Mall using Bitcoin.
Awesome.
I didn't use dollar. I didn't use dirham. I didn't use anything. I paid immediately with Bitcoin. This watch.
Nice.
And it's a Bitcoin watch. There is an address. If someone wants to donate, I have no problem. So I'm
awesome,
a Bitcoin maxi.
The diamonds are real too.
Yeah, the diamonds are real. Yeah, there's no and yes, so I believe in this space. Even my ring here is a Bitcoin ring. So
nice.
So yes, we believe in this space. I'm here for many years, so definitely it would be there. The question always, the challenge is onboarding the, let's say, the majority of the world where they are less educated, less financially capable to have like good devices to know how to make their account secure, to know how to make them understand the Web3, where they have to understand how to keep their seed phrase safe, because all this is a big challenges. But I believe when regulations are here, which I do feel it's important to be here, as long as they have the willing to understand, to make it easier for the Web3 and to onboard people. So do I believe the future would be crypto? 100%. It's simple. You can answer it from another way. Crypto made a living for so many people around the world who couldn't afford living. And since we have some people here having play to earn projects, if I'm not mistaken, playing to earn made many people able to have food for their family, while it was not even easy for them in their countries to reach anything for them more than just them doing physical work every day, spending so many hours just to make a small living. Now, while them and their family can play, it allowed them to take a part of this and make a living. Not only the platforms who just take money for media, like these big social platforms, which they charge the companies loads and loads of money, and it just make them rich. it just allowed the small people as well to live. And that's why I see what I say. I'm quite sure that the crypto is going to replace fiat.
I have one comment on that. When you said that people who are less financially capable are making good money, at least in their own countries, with the use of crypto. Of course, this is undeniable truth. I mean, we have some countries where people are, working 24/7, but still not earning enough money doing their physical work. But once they are, educated on how to, I don't know, if there is a GameFi, play to earn GameFi, then they learn how to play that game, and then they start playing the game, and within an hour or two, they have already made the money that's enough for 1 day or 2 days. And this is an undeniable truth. And I actually thank Satoshi for creating Bitcoin, because he made the breakthrough towards the other innovations that came right after Bitcoin, right? Of course, Bitcoin is OG. Bitcoin is the one that is right now has become more of a store of value instead of, for your daily usage. But for some people like you, it doesn't matter whether it's Bitcoin or any other. You go ahead and use that. But in the end, what I'm trying to say is that I think what Satoshi has done to the people of the world is very, very amazing. It's something that's really unique. And I think this is something that we should all be thankful for, because if it was not Satoshi, probably we would not be here talking to each other about crypto, right? So I think you guys, others, you also have some ideas about crypto and whether it's going to replace cash or not. Go ahead.
I think what's interesting, James, is that like there's the positivity in terms of what I guess crypto has provided for a lot of people in second world countries, right? But the way I look at it is, I don't think crypto will replace cash, right? I think crypto will run in parallel with cash, right? And the perfect example that I see right now is that there's roughly about 4% of the world right now has been exposed to some touch points with crypto, right? And I kind of feel like one of the reasons why that number is not higher is because I always look at it in terms of sustainability, right? Like a lot of projects out there, why people go in early is because you could earn that, the $10, $20, but it's about sustainability. And it's also about that it's lacking that kind of front end experience, which kind of like, I guess, makes it easier for a user to onboard, right? So like they said, what they do in the wallet is start making it as simple as you can to kind of click, log on, and start entering the world of Web3 and trading in cryptocurrencies. I think that experience is still lacking. And if that user experience is lacking, where that 4% of the users are almost, let's call it the frontierers, like the risk takers like us, or those who are there to kind of make that living. I always go, if my mom and dad can actually, download a MetaMask, somehow buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, and then start trading, and then tell me which kind of crypto to buy, that's what I kind of see mainstream adoption is, right? Because if you look at all of us, we're all like young 20-year-olds, right? Something like that. And to us, we understand the space, or at least we can take the risk in this space, right? But I think for the majority of the population out there, it's still this kind of really wild west, right? Where cash is king, cash is safe, it's tangible, it's real. And that education piece they need to say, okay, I'm willing to kind of turn this $100 bill into something intangible that happens on an OX wallet. I think there's still a very big educational gap that still is there that needs to be addressed.
I have one comment for you as well. Like when you said that if your mom and dad starts using MetaMask and starts talking about crypto or buying Bitcoin, I would, from a trader's point of view, that would mean that it's time to sell. To be honest, I'm gonna be honest with you, because here is an example, like real life example from my own life. That I actually survived 2 Bitcoin crash. The first one early 2018, and second is this. So in 2018, my wife knew that I was starting to buy Bitcoin and was trying to trade it, but she didn't really talk about it. She didn't really have any idea about that, right? So comes January, I think, or something like that, she starts talking more about it with her friends. And then she says, hey, you know what, Bitcoin is, the price of Bitcoin is going really high. are you buying more? How much Bitcoin do we have? I'm like, yeah, we have enough. But I didn't realize that it was the time to sell, because like everyone knew that Bitcoin was, becoming mainstream right after that crash happened. Okay, that's the first example. And second is just recently, I think, was it February or no, I'm sorry, it was for NFTs. I think it was November, around the middle of November, when she said that, hey, my friends are talking about Bitcoin, and well, since you are in this space, can you help them to buy Bitcoin? I was like, yeah, sure. I didn't think about anything. I just helped them to buy some Bitcoin and other crypto and all that. So I forgot about it. And then right after that, crash started happening. So I think a couple of months ago, I was just laying down and I was thinking, okay, these things happened. If I knew it was the top, I would probably sell and then buy back right now. And then it hit me, like these two stances, these two examples were the perfect, like a call for myself to understand that we have already hit the top. So that's why I think this also brings us to the stability of the prices of Bitcoin and other crypto assets, because if the prices are fluctuating too much, and if we reach to all-time high and then go down 90% or 80%, then most people are really afraid of actually using crypto, because they think about crypto not as a mean of exchange, but they think of it as a mean of storing value, just like what Bitcoin has become. So yeah, this is my comment. How about girls? What do you guys think?
Yeah, actually, you guys share a lot of like interesting ideas and also opinions about that. And from my point of view, I think that like Bitcoin is a history of the cryptocurrency, right? And everyone, maybe from myself as well, we are like so dreaming of about owning the Bitcoin, but actually it's like hard for me because maybe I am just a small investor, not a trader, just a holder in this field. So I want to dig deeper into this market, maybe 2 years or 5 years, enough to about owning the Bitcoin and use it in real life. But actually, I believe that like crypto is the future of the social growth and some kind of like economic contribution in every industry. Like example, every traditional industry right now, like healthcare and also like traveling and tourism, they want to integrate about into the blockchain and to bring more new technology to real life to simplify about every step of everything. So it's like so potential to use crypto in real life. But currently, maybe for another example, like currently I'm receiving my salary in USDT and some of other stablecoin as BUSD as well, because like I work like for global company or some kind of like other outsourcing project. So I feel that like paying the salary like cross border by the USDT and cryptocurrency is so good because we don't have to pay some taxes or any legal fee. Just like peer-to-peer transaction, right? It's quite fast and also like transparent for me and also for the company as well. So yeah, but it's hard to say that whether crypto can replace cash or not, because like a lot of restrictions in different countries at Ryan and also the guest already like said about that, regulation, other restriction as well. But yes, just make sure that everyone knows how to use it safely and can protect about the properties from any risk. So all it depends on like how many merchants accept about crypto as a payment method around the world. So it can be more mainstream. So, but if like, because it's a long story and it need more stakeholder to join hand to make it more legal and also more mainstream and more utility of the cryptocurrency. So it can be go, but I think it's hard for replacing between crypto to cash. Actually, this is my opinion. That's quickly.
Yeah, you said the one thing about getting paid in crypto. Of course, once you're getting paid in crypto, governments, they cannot tax you, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is actually, I think, another obstacle that governments are actually facing. And they feel like I feel like this is another problem why governments are very hesitant about
Yeah.
applying crypto in their own systems and trying to become more friendly with crypto, right? And then also, Ryan, you also mentioned another problem that is how easy it is to onboard new users, right? With just double or triple clicks, and then you are ready to use your wallet to use crypto, then it's fine, it's good. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. So so we have these two problems. So what do you think is the solution for that? How do we make sure that people are paying their taxes when they are getting paid with crypto, and how do we make sure that the UI is so simple and so friendly that even Ryan's grandma and grandpa can use that? Lido, why don't you go ahead and give your opinion on that?
Yes, actually, for me, I gain a lot of the ideas and also like the things, the actual things about like the cryptocurrencies, like utility. And actually, I believe that Dubai is like the carrier of DeFi in all of the cryptocurrency is easily accepted with high rate of adoption. I think so. But there's a lot of things around like cryptocurrency that make it like slow down with the mainstream process, because I believe that as Iris and also other friends also least approve. The first one I think is about stability, because right now we face with fluctuation quite a lot during 1 year recently, and it also like make people lose the trust in the market, attack with some other schedule, right? But I think in the long term, it will go and also increase very soon. And the second thing is about like also the guideline, the education for the new user, Web3 user. We are heading to Web3, and also we want to make sure that we can gain more Web3 user and also like crypto user. Make sure that it can like afford massive adoptions. Is that right? Not only the younger, but also like the older, so elder can use crypto for daily use. And also it's a long journey that we are here right now, like brainstorm together, sharing the idea together, grow together, right? So I think education is a very important part to make sure that we can provide the simple and also the easily access how to enter. Right now, it's quite a lot of process, like have the key and also like download the app and also like enter the password and other things to process, and also like transform from like traditional payment to crypto payments. So for a lot of countries, it is like not easily accessed right now. So we have to give the simple and also easy education for all of the user can use, even the young, even the children, maybe under 18 years old, or maybe like the elder one can use. And maybe the third one I think is about like, because I'm more about like the marketing side. So maybe for the technical side, I have to brainstorm with my team. But I think that is also related to like the the regulations at with Federal, because it will related to the tax. Right now, I think that OKX have like great support from China government, and maybe you are some of the very limited exceptional cases. However, for the upcoming time, maybe we have to concern, and also we have to require a lot of the knowledge related to the technical side, related to the blockchain technology, and also related to the laws, to make sure that we can build the regulations to maybe cover the risk of the user, and to make sure that all of the company and also the tokens and also the cryptos distribution, or maybe distribution also like they follow the rules, they make sure that they can make the transparent, follow very strictly, to make sure that you can like take all the taxes, and also the user also cover all the risk and be protected also. I think that's some kind of the idea in my mind.
Awesome, great, thank you so much, Lido. Yeah, you have given very good thoughts. Regulation, yes, is very important, as well as education. Without education, without educating people about crypto, it's just too hard. We cannot expect people to actually know how to use crypto, because it's quite complicated, right? And like
even, to that point, James,
go ahead, Ryan. Yeah, Ryan, go ahead.
I think what's actually quite interesting, like the way that I see this space right now, is crypto is almost like a supercar, right? And the tech or the innovation is the, I call it the accelerator. right? Whereas the regulation is the brakes. And the way I always see this is, for example, the idea of scalability. Like, for example, what excites me the most, and this is the nerd part of me coming out, is something like EIP, 4844 coming out, because what that's going to do is that's going to scale L2 on Ethereum up to 10 to 100x the speed and the TPS, right? So that's essentially going to make it on par with almost what Visa does in terms of number of transactions. And doing something like that is essentially going to give crypto, in terms of, let's call it cross-border or as a payment gateway, something a lot more easier to use and a lot more, I guess, reaching that global adoption, right? So that's the tech. That's the tech putting the foot down and trying to go as high as you can. The brakes part is that regulation, right? The regulation is not bad, because we've seen the space without regulation, we get too many bad actors, right? But with too much regulation, so as in you need to tamper the brakes, you need to know when to brake for the corner. But if you press the brake down too much, then there's going to be a problem. You're stuttering that innovation, right? So the good thing about regulation, the bad actors go out, right? The issue of regulation is that you kind of think, well, how is the SEC, how is Europe, how are they going to treat things like stablecoins? How are they going to treat things like payments, DeFi, privacy, right? These are essentially threats to that kind of traditional like finance space, right? And for these guys, it's almost like saying, I think we're going to grow. And I think that for it to become more mainstream, that regulation is going to help institutions feel more comfortable. And that's going to add more capital and liquidity into the market, right? But if you go too hard on it, then you're going to stutter a lot of innovation and growth in things like DeFi, which, to be honest with you, is essentially just finance without the traditional the finance. So it's a juggling act where it's hard to find what that balance looks like.
So yeah, you're talking about regulation, but I, to be honest, find it hard why governments are not acting as quickly as possible, because they know that crypto and Web3 system, the whole world is acting very quickly, and you got new innovations coming out every month, right? So what's the reason why these regulators are not acting as fast as we expect them to? What do you guys think? Ryan, go ahead.
So I think that maybe
Yeah,
like
Lido.
James, like maybe OKX right now is like supported directly from the China government. So I think that you also like work with them for building the regulation, right? Because some of them maybe do not follow the track of technology, so maybe they lack of the knowledge about the tech aspect, right? And also like maybe they understand the finance stimulations and also the finance world, but maybe lack the information and also the knowledge about the blockchain technology and also smart contract and other things. So maybe we have to work together. So look back for Korea. They also like support a lot for blockchain technologies, also GameFi and also DeFi. I feel like they are leading the chain in a lot of aspects related to the blockchain technology, but they work separately, just like by nations themselves, not join hand with other countries. So it means that we also need the support from a lot of countries together to make sure that you do understand, you discuss together, you have a union of a lot of nations and discuss together with the support from the leader like you, like OKX team. So maybe you input the knowledge and we can like make sure that we can perfect the restrictions. But anyway, I do believe that restrictions or regulations cannot follow the track of technology, because we believe that technology right now is so speedy and very fast. So
Yeah,
we are trying to make sure that we can make the regulations to meet the space, the pace of the technology. So it is a dilemma that we have to solve.
Unfortunately, and I know that Dubai is one of the most crypto-friendly places. So Ryan, let me hear your thoughts about regulation in Dubai.
I think you mean the big guy, not
sorry,
me.
Sorry, Ryan. I thought area.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna answer like from all what I've heard. I believe now the like main things they want to tackle, which he as well said, to protect the space from the bad actors. And that's why I believe a very important step, which is to regulate the DeFi world. And to regulate it, it means basically anyone can create. I mean, let's go back. Why Bitcoin was created? Bitcoin was created mainly to remove any counterparty. So it moves the middleman who takes from you the money, who controls your money, and he charges you for keeping your money. So that was why Bitcoin was created. It's not created to support bad actors and money laundering. So now in DeFi, it should be regulated where there is KYC and there is like elliptic to check the transactions and to do the AML protocol to apply it fully. So once this happens, it means everyone can have his own decentralized wallet. So he can have his own assets under him, under his power, wherever he goes. But the regulator side, they can actually know who's behind this address. And that's called the financial freedom at some point. Now, here in Dubai, what I love about Dubai, it's the country UAE, it's, as I said, it's a futuristic city. These people, they apply everything possible, but they don't stop innovation. So they are sure to apply all the security checks while not stopping the innovation. While others, they will stop it, cut it till they are free, and to have a look into it, and then they will allow it. And that's the problem in any innovation anyway. And that's why Dubai is a futuristic city. I always say that. Now, the part of the regulatory, it is important, but at the end, I'm trying to find it in a simple way. The main point, and I do believe that still, I'm gonna stand to my words that crypto will replace fiat, because what is fiat? Is it digital money. So if every country at some point issued their own digital money, it is crypto. It's in the blockchain, right? They still can print it, they still can print as much as they want. They made the mint open, right? They still can print, it's not an issue, but it will be the future because it is the easiest way for people to do it. How can they tax it? How can they find a way? I believe by regulating the DeFi. So they can track everyone and tax in every transaction he make out of his wallet. As soon as it leaves, it can be counted as a transaction. But without regulating it, no one can know who's behind the wallet. You can just play all day long, right? Create 50 wallets and life with them. That's my opinion.
One thing that's I think others would also agree on is if we have KYC and if we have too much regulation on DeFi, then people are going to lose their anonymity, number one, and number two is personal security, I would say. Like, what if, let's just imagine, what if I have like billions dollars worth of NFTs and crypto and everything, and someone knows that I have it and they can track that I'm moving this amount of money to that person, this amount of money to that person. So my personal security is under threat because I might get attacked, and then people might try to steal my crypto, as well as the anonymity, right? So yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna answer you in a very simple way.
Yeah.
When we had OKC, for an example, OKC is a decentralized wallet. But for the Visa part, you must KYC. Now, you're telling me I'm losing my anonymity. It's not true because no one knows who's behind this wallet except the regulatory if you want to know who's behind it. You cannot, I mean, it is too much imaginary if you want to be 100% anonymous and you want to live all your life like that. I believe no, because then the bad actors are the main bad players in the game. Why would I hide my money if I'm not a bad actor? But the question is, I don't want my neighbor to know that I have the money and I'm behind this wallet. So when you are KYCing, it's not public information. It is something only for the regulatory if they want to know if there is something happened from this address, like that for an example, the elliptic made the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Now, in my opinion, I don't know, this didn't happen. This is me seeing the future only.
Yeah, go ahead.
That people can create hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of decentralized wallets, but it will allow them only to create it under the same KYC. So I'm eligible, I made my KYC, I can create a 50, 100, 1 million decentralized wallets. So if someone knew that this is my address, I still can make new addresses without knowing that it's me. But the regulator, he must know at some point it's me if he needed to know. Else, the space will never be safe because the bad actors will always come in and find ways and ways and ways to keep it shut. And we are trying to avoid that.
Got it. I have another question, but I want to first hear others' opinion about KYC, and then I'm going to move on to my question. Iris, why don't you go ahead and give us your opinion?
Yeah, actually, I don't have any other ideas about the KYC because it's quite clear for everyone. Because sometimes we want to do the KYC, but actually for the mainstream user, sometimes like maybe some user, they don't want to reveal their faces when they do every transaction or not, but it's so obvious about the cryptocurrency. This on some maybe Binance exchange and every some kind of specific product, they require more about KYC. But actually come back to your question firstly, like some reasons why some governance don't speak up about like change about regulation, right? So I have like 3 ideas about this. I think that is important based on my country as well. And some of other opinions from other countries like I already work for. Like the first one is about maybe like every governance want to protect their residents, right? They want to protect for their properties and like want their residents to live in a like peaceful life, a happy life without any like scam. But also we all know that in the crypto industry, we have a lot of scam. We have a lot of risk about like losing about the property in just like a second or a day, right? Actually, the governance want to control everything. So actually the scam, or we cannot verify about the person. We cannot verify about every transaction. We cannot verify about like what is the best project or not. Actually for Binance or like OKXChain as well, every project want to list on the exchange, right? But actually your DD step or any verification step must be very solid. And you have to verify first before you coming to introduce the project to your user to have like to increase more about the trust for your user so they can trust on you and to get on to trading any like cryptocurrency on your exchange. So that is the first thing. And the second one is about every governance want to control. They want to have the power. Maybe the first thing, like I take an example, actually the governance want to control about the financer because they can control about their official currency. Like in Vietnam, we have like Vietnam Dong. In Singapore, we have like USD in Singapore and other like country like this. But the governance and the country can control everything because they have like control about the total supply and everything. But in cryptocurrency, I think that like the guest already in Ocean project already mentioned about the word, and I like the terms about financial freedom. Yeah, I like the terms because like everyone in the cryptocurrency want to have the freedom, want to control everything like personal information, keep it private, keep everything like this belong to me, right? But actually like come back to the traditional industry update, every country want to make the power and the control for the cryptocurrency in that country to make the economy so good, right? And the third one is about like to keep the economic like going faster and faster. Like in every country, because we have the separate economy of a country and the governance can control everything. We have a lot of departments in the country, not just one like president or some kind of that can make the decisions. But in the whole country, we have the big thing. And for the whole like, ecosystem of the stakeholder, they want to keep about the economy can solid. And everyone must follow about their regulation about the economy to keep about the economy of the country can grow and grow faster. Maybe that's why we develop inside into some category like developing country, developed country, and some growing faster countries. So that's why we have some social gap depends on the economy status. Like yeah, that are the things, maybe 3 things I consider when I take a role. I take the role of some kind of governance employee. Yeah, that is the things.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah, very good thoughts. Very good thoughts. Ryan, go ahead.
So when I started in 2017, I worked for a company that was called ANX, right? And what we did was that we did fundraising for ICOs. And one of the key things you realize if you participated in an ICO is that you have to do your KYC, right? So, and the reason that the premise or the origin of KYC in crypto is not new in traditional finance, right? KYC is really there for AML, right? That's just straight and simple. It's there for AML. Now, how that affects the users really kind of comes down to the bucket of the user that you're in. You know, if you're a bad actor in the space, then the idea of the KYC process is to weed you out. Whereas if you're retail, like us, right, the main concern behind the KYC is more about data protection. You know, you worry about your data being exposed, being hacked, you know, and that falling into the wrong hands. Now, unfortunately, that's nothing new in the Web2 space, right? Whether it's your Gmail getting hacked, whether it's Microsoft, whether it's your PlayStation account, right? Your data is never really safe as long as you give out the data, right? But is there a greater good behind it? Well, look, I think, look, you can argue either way, but if the idea is that how to protect your data from, I guess, being exposed, there is a perfect solution, right? Because I guess, you know, from the point of if it's Web 2 or Web 3, like as long as you put any data into any system, it will eventually become exposed. But the greater good is really about against the AML. So in that sense, I'm kind of for it.
Yeah, well, you mentioned about hacks, and this is something I'm also very worried about, because hacks are happening so much in the past few years, and people are losing billions and billions of dollars for that. So how do we make sure that people are securing their assets as perfectly as possible? That's number one. And number two is, how do we get help from the government to actually eliminate the number of hacks that's happening in Web3? Lido, why don't you go ahead?
Okay, I think actually what you mentioned also some kind of the obstacle, and that's why the process of mass adoption is quite slowed down a bit. So the first one is about like the security, because some of a lot of projects, I think that 90% of the project also like born just to like disappear in like only 5 or 7 days, because that building a very long-term project take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and also like a lot of human resources allocations and other things. So it means that you be the master in the field, and you also the master in the blockchain technology to cover all the risks from the hacker and also other things. So for us, for Monsterra NFT game, right now till our 12-month journey till now, and also like 4 months since the mainnet launching, we record like no hacking till now. The first one I think is about like our strategy to cover all of that. We concerned about other aspects. We have to make sure that we can put the right people for risk cover and security. And the second part is that we want to make sure that our user will be like reward for their report. So it means that some kind of small or big or valuable bug report, we're gonna reward them, and making sure that they are valued and they're rewarded for their contributions for our growth. So I think that's 2 points that what right now we are doing. And of course, we also are working with leading partners in security, like Certic, and also like OKXChain and other partners, to make sure that we can cover all of the other aspects that out of our eyes. And also for the second part, can you remind James?
Yeah, the second part was, what can we, or how can governments support Web3 space in terms of eliminating the hacks that's happening?
I think this is quite, a very like big questions that we are like working and also like answer together. And right now, for example, in Vietnam, we have like a blockchain union in Vietnam, and a lot of blockchain leaders join hands together and work very close with the governments, because our governments also want to make sure that they well understand about like blockchain technology, its value, its utility, and how it can like allow and also bring more value for the user, and also around like activity, like for the banking, like for the DeFi, or maybe like for the daily use. So I think we have like the blockchain union, and we work together to do that, and also to support, and also like giving consultancy for some kind of case study. Maybe that the governments also like join hand with the Interpol and other partners. So, for example, like you can see for Ronin hacking, or maybe Terra Luna collapse. So it means that it's like we have the participant of the governments from Korea and also the Interpol. It means that a lot of partners join hands together and detect another thing. So right now, I think after some kind of scandal and some kind of collapse like that, we are trying to making sure that we can, like the governments can cover by themselves, but making sure that they can like join hands together to cover together and protect the user and also like their residents.
Yeah, unfortunately, governments, at least in my own view, governments are not doing enough when it comes to actually punishing the people who have caused financial and I would say mental loss to millions of people, like with Terra Luna collapse as well as FTX. Like just look at the Do Kwon, I think, was the founder of Luna, right? So he's still out there. Yeah, and he's still out there, and he's not, taking the full responsibility in terms of, in front of the law. And I think that's the same thing that's happening to SPF. And when he did not, he plead not guilty. I think I read the news today or yesterday. Now he's going to be facing the judge in October of this year, 2023. So that means like people are, bad actors are still out there, and they're just, walking out freely, and they're doing whatever they can or whatever they want. And at least for me, governments are not doing enough. They should be doing more than this. As we are talking about governments, and like everyone knows that Dubai has become the crypto hub that's moving really, really fast. So I would like to ask Elias' opinion on that. What can other governments learn from Dubai when it comes to becoming more crypto friendly?
To be honest, it's not about how can other learn. It's about a mentality. Sometimes a mentality, it's something not to be taught. It's something you behave with it. It's like someone telling me, for an example, when NFT came out, even in Web3, people are used to crypto. As soon as NFT came out, many said NFT is a scam, even though they are in crypto. This is the funny part. They are in crypto, they are in Bitcoin, they're in other currencies, but they were calling NFT scam. So today, some of them, they consider NFT as a scam. The question is the mentality. I was even more surprised from the Web3 people who are in the crypto, which they call the NFT industry mainly as a scam. They shouldn't be the first people saying that, because they should understand what's coming in, and they should know how to see it, how to view it, how to evaluate it, and then how to move with it. It doesn't mean you're doing something different than what I know. It means you're bad. It means I have to wait and see it, give it a different look, and see your point of view and looking into it. Then I try to find the synergy where I can make it. And this is how Dubai. And that's my opinion in Dubai and in UAE in general. So they see everything new, they don't fight it, they try to understand it and move along in how to make it better. And even though they might agree or not agree, but it doesn't mean I have to fight you. I have to make it good, so me and you can live together. There's something I always say: live and let live. It doesn't mean you, like, if you don't like meme coins, it doesn't mean, like some people saying meme coins are destroying the industry. But they are being purchased by many users. It means, and they are part of the society. They are part of the industry. So I cannot find them. I need to understand them. Maybe I'm old. I need to get younger people to understand it. And that's one of the things. Yeah.
When you said about the age, kind of makes me think about the average age of the regulators of the countries, not only in the US, but in other countries, European countries, Southeast Asian countries. And I think we need, yes, you're right, we need younger people who are, full of energy to learn new things. Instead of fighting, they need to actually learn it in advance, or at least, okay, you go ahead with your innovation, let me learn about it as quickly as possible. If I find any flaws, I'll try to bring the law and bring the regulations so you act according to the law. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the problem. And I think this is another reason why we're not getting mass adoption. So do you guys think, my last question actually, do you guys think we are going to see more mass adoption in 2023, even if 2023 is still a bear market? Ryan, go ahead. Yeah. Sorry.
It's a good question. Like I see the market in terms of cycles, right? So this is my theory that I'm kind of trying to test out. Yeah. 2017, 2018 was kind of the ICO days. So, people got hyped over the theory of the tech of what blockchain can do. And then it fell because people realized that there was an overvaluation of most of the products, right? Kind of 2021 was more about, we got excited because products started getting pushed out into the market, right. But we also realized that a lot of these products they failed to find a product market fit. Right, and the question that you always ask yourself is, okay, would a consumer use your product if you stop paying them, right? Because that was essentially the thesis that a lot of DeFi protocols, and to some extent, some GameFi protocols, really used, right? I'll pay you to your farm, I'll pay you to play to earn, right? And there's nothing wrong with that because the good games will survive, right? The good DeFi protocols will survive. My theory is kind of like, if you look at it from a product management perspective, like good products take about 6 to 18 months to develop. And it takes about 6 to 18 months to kind of reiterate and find that product market fit. So what my feeling is that hopefully by the end of 2023, what we're going to see is that you're going to start seeing products getting pushed out that have learned from DeFi 1.0, that have learned from GameFi 1.0, that have realized that NFTs are more than just like a P2P, right? And that's where you get like blue chips, like the Aves, and hopefully like the likes of the Monsterras and the OKSEs, and hopefully Candy Club too, right? Where they come out, they realize that it resists against the idea that I have to pay my users to play, and that my users will actually do the reverse, right? They'll actually have a higher client lifetime value, and they'll actually contribute to the ecosystem rather than extracting token and liquidity out of it. So I do hope so, not because of a bull or a bear cycle, but because I do feel like good products will learn from the mistakes of the last cycle and come out better and actually get real user adoption at the end of 2023.
Good theory, very good theory. Thank you. Iris, Lido, go ahead.
Yeah, it's my turn right now. Actually, I do believe that like in 2023, a lot of like opportunities for everyone or every builder want to go for massive adoption with the cryptocurrency as well. Actually, it is go for the two factors. The first one is about the demand, and the second one is for the supply. And when we come to maybe the demand first, in every country, some countries that I know currently, like in 2022 and early of 2023, they face a lot of problem with the financial crisis in that country. So that's why they are maybe the user, the resident want to seek for another type of investment to have them to earn more about return on investment in every type. It's not about Forex or some kind of other stock, for example. They want to find more about the type of investment. So the demand is like increasing day by day, and a lot of like demands. And also when come to about the supply, when we dig deeper into the market at the end of 2022, we can see that some of the top projects on like the operator already checked for us, they have some kind of like the app or some Web3 project that focus on to convert the Web2 user to Web3 user, like Hook protocol. I'm not sure that you guys know about the Hook protocol, still on the top one on the operator and on BNB chain as well. They're based in Singapore, and their idea is to focus more on learn to earn platform that can bringing about like gamification for their learning on Web3. So they focus more or maybe integrating about the AI technology to bringing more experience for their user, like Web2 user. And I know that like currently in 2022, a lot of like exchange, a lot of like platform lose about the user, lose about the liquidity on the crypto industry. So they also want to know more about Web2 user and want to dig deeper into the demands of Web2 user. So that's why they want to invest more in the builder with the great idea and also innovative ideas about how to convert the Web2 user to Web2 user. So they can have to modify a bit for economy as well, how to protect about inflation and how to keep everything like transparent for the technology and the technical side, but also for the business side, they want the builder can have to grow quickly in the local market to acquire the Web2 user for them as well. So it's a win-win collaboration for the builder and the platform and some kind of the big, maybe big hands on the crypto market. That's why. So that is the two things I think that we do believe about the massive adoption in 2023. I believe so.
Awesome. Thank you. Lido?
So actually, for me personally, I think that I also see a lot of ideas and other things from you guys, and totally agree with that idea. And for sure, I think that 2023, this is a time when we keep it together, and maybe till the middle of this year, or maybe end of this year, we may expect a massive adoption from a lot of users, even in gaming aspect, DeFi aspect, or other aspect. Because we are like, maybe some of the people decide to stay away from the market for a while, but they still keep their eyes on the market. And together, crypto will like continue to grow and develop, and also like take an important part in our life with higher adoption rate, together with cash, but not 100% replace the cash, because you can see it like supported by a lot of aspects in the life, by governments, by education, by restrictions, by security and other things. So it means that during this time, we keep building, we keep doing our own research before we decide to investing or maybe decide to join in cryptocurrencies or using it in variety of ways. So yes, I do believe in the future of crypto, and also like making sure that they can like have more utility and daily use in life, be like the gift sending to friends, going to a supermarket and buy back crypto and other things like in Dubai, or buy some kind of a very luxury watches, buy Bitcoin and other things. So I hope so.
Awesome. Great. Great. Thank you so much. Elia, go ahead.
Yes. Just can you just summarize the topic again? Sorry, I had just a call.
The last question for me was, are we going to see more mass adoption in 2023?
I don't think so. I believe it will be a year for a builder, because there are so many effects going to happen from the market, especially out of the so many events that happened, unfortunately, the last year. We're talking about Luna, we're talking about Celsius, we're talking about FTX and all the ecosystem with it. And of course, adding on top of that, the price of the project, etc. So I think the liquidity is happening today is from almost the same users. But I always see the good side of everything, which is the time to build. And even I always say it's the people, in my opinion, and that's not financial advice, the people who made millions in crypto are the people who bought in the bear market, not the people who bought in the bull run, right? So it's the time for the people who to build, the time to learn, the time to educate yourself, to make a better decision from your mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes, and it's good to learn from the mistake. But if you repeat it, it's no longer a mistake; it's actually a decision.
Yeah.
So, so it's time for builders. And when the bull comes, when the halving comes, and the next year, then things are gonna start moving on. Then, of course, when things are up, usually it attracts more and more and more new users coming in. So the people who got stuck from the last year, who joined the last year, etc., they managed to hold themselves and to be more calm and not to make wrong decisions. They will be the one winning for the next people coming in, and that's why it's called cycle.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, 2023 is not going to be easy, at least for the retail users, but for the builders, it's going to be the year of building, and I hope that we're going to be seeing more of new innovative technologies, innovative projects that actually solve real problems. And with the right projects, we'll be able to reach to that bull cycle. But again, to be honest, at least my idea is that I hope the next bull market will not be actually a cycle, but instead it will be a time where we reach to that stable levels where people will not be using crypto only to store value or try to make more cash. Instead, they'll be using crypto to actually make their lives easier, use it in their daily lives, and the people who are in the areas where they are financially challenged, they try to make more living and make their lives a lot better. Actually, we have a lot to talk about, and if we continue, it would be more than 2-hour session. But again, thank you so much, guys, for coming in and giving your thoughts. This was a very interesting panel discussion, and I really appreciate your timing and your efforts in giving your thoughts. Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you for having me, and thanks for everyone for his input. It was really good to meet people in the same industry. I think I know some of them from the project name, but not them as a person. Thanks, OKT, for having me in, and yeah, Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year, guys. It was a great doxing exercise, this one.
Yeah, thanks everyone. I also have a lot of ideas that I can share with my team after this panel. So I hope that yes, it's gonna leave soon and see the user comment on this topic as well. So maybe we are like the positive people, also like the builder, and you are more realistic. But anyway, it's all our prediction, so we can see it very soon in the next few months, right? So have a good time, everyone.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us, James. Appreciate you hosting it.
Thank you, guys, and thanks so much to our viewers who are watching this. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it to your friends so they can also learn, educate themselves, and be better in Web3. And thanks, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.